Audio Jungle.
We've already gone to great lengths to explain the importance of having the right pressure for your tyres, so let's now turn our attention to the subject of the tyre tread. Now this is important from two facets, not only the tread depth, but also the tread design as well. Now to illustrate my point, let me use a footwear analogy. If you were going to run in an athletics carnival, you wouldn't wear a pair of work boots. If you were going to climb Mount Everest, unlikely that you'd be using a pair of gym shoes to do that job. And finally, if you were going to play on the tennis court, you certainly wouldn't use a pair of footy boots. So exactly the same thing applies when it comes to your tyres. It's about having the right tread for the job. The other important thing to remember is there's actually precious little rubber in contact with the road at any one time. In actual fact, it's only about the size of a DVD case. Now that handprint of rubber is all that you have touching the road at any one time, and it's what's allowing the car to accelerate, steer and stop. So when it comes to thinking about your tyres, understand there's only a handprint of rubber on each corner of your vehicle. A road tyre is a compromise of design because we need the tyre to be an all-round performer for a host of different conditions. Tyre makers are faced with a real dilemma because they need to make sure the tyre will be versatile enough to match our driving style and handle these various situations. Tread pattern varies from tyre to tyre in accordance with the design's chosen performance capabilities. Pattern design is a major influence on tyre noise, cornering traction and wet weather performance characteristics. Tread patterns vary most widely between road and off-road applications. Tyres for a range of new crossover vehicles provide tyre manufacturers with the challenge of constructing a tyre that can not only handle the day-to-day road environment, but need to be able to perform in an off-road environment as well. So we've established that you need to have the right tyre for your requirements, and we've outlined the need to have a tyre that has really good tread. But how do you know when the tread is too low and when you should have your tyres replaced? That's a really easy question to answer. Tyres have wear indicators that tell you where the tread is too low. Look closely at the shoulder of the tyre and you may notice a number of arrowhead markers spaced around the edge of the tyre and pointing to the indicator locations. The wear indicators are raised bumps around 1.6mm high in the main channels of the tread itself. A new normal road tyre will have around 8 to 9mm of depth, but once it wears down to the top of the wear bars, it's time for new rubber. You can also use one of our handy tread depth gauges to make sure you've got the right tread depth. The best method to inspect the front tyres is by turning the steering wheel on full lock to ensure you can see both the inside and outside of the tyre. You should always measure the tread depth in at least 3 spots on the tread. The best method of viewing the rear tyres is to crouch down from the rear of the car to make sure you can see the full inner condition of the tyre itself. Too many people put their hands in first. The risk you run here is if the tyre has worn down to the cords, some of the steel belts could actually penetrate your fingers. Once you've viewed the car from behind, you can then measure the rear tyres in the same manner as the front in 3 positions of tread. So as I mentioned before, remember, you've only got 4 handprints of rubber on each corner of your vehicle. So inspect those tyres regularly to make sure that you've got good tread depth and that the tyre's in good condition right across the face of the tread itself. Make it as equally as habitual as the regular tyre checks.